Yeah, buddy, we are rocking and rolling. Cool. I never know if this thing's gonna go live right or not. So yeah, cool. And we need there's the chat. There we go. Kooky. All right, we are live and putting the filter on here. Yeah, buddy, live from Western Massacre. It's Tuesday night. Um, I apologize. I was not able to join us last week, and there has been a lot of nonsense and illness in my life. I'm healthy. Um, all in all, I am healthy, but I was like sick for 2 weeks. Um, I know the last time I went live, I was sick, and I'm gonna push through it. And that did not happen to be the case last week. I could not do it, and um, as well as with my friend going off the deep end and destroying multiple lives 3 weeks ago. My life's been rather chaotic. So, but I am here now. We are live now, and I guess I'm just going to start picking. I got some lock mail that I'll do at some point. I still got to put together um, the CL2 again. I have not touched it since I got it open. Um, longer than you've been alive. So it is what it is, and we are going to go straight to picking. Thank you so much, and hello. All right, so let's get warmed up. Actually, it smells slightly like roses, to be honest with you. Slightly, not 100%, but slightly. All right, so we're going to start off picking on this, get warmed up. I got some higher end locks that I have been struggling with for a while, so we're going to go after them tonight. Hopefully, we can get them open. I got some lock mail from Labs. I am pretty sure that's who sent it. I don't want to show the label, so I believe it's from Labs. We'll know when I get it open. Tomorrow is New Musical Instrument Day. One of these days I will play my bass for you, but I am definitely not Les Claypool, so do not expect much. Okay. I like these Abus 7240s. They've got a lot of spools in them. The spool action in them is kind of ridiculous because they are such like small security pins. The spool action is enormous in them when you can actually get your counter rotation like that. They speak quite loudly. And we will reset. What's going on, Keeman? Good to see you. I was sicker than hell, bud. But we're good now. I don't know if like there's another round of COVID going on. I did not bother taking a test, but I was absolutely tore up last week. It's crazy. I've been sick more times in 2026 than I have been sick in the last 10 years. And I am relatively healthy, so I don't understand why. Like, I don't get flu shots, none of that shit. And this time of year, like, I shouldn't be getting sick at all, but maybe allergies kind of took me out. I don't know. But I was busted last Tuesday. We are trying to warm up on this one. And then we're going to go into some other uh, higher security locks. And I'm probably not going to go after this gold P anymore for a while. I'm pretty mad at it. I do got numerous other locks to play around in. Appreciate that, Keeman. I should have broadcasted that I was going live, but I did not. And yeah, there we go. Finally, I appreciate you popping in and taking care of Chumbawamba there. So, yeah, we got that one. We'll go after this 5540. I got a buddy that I used to pick with. He actually was asking me about some locks to pick. He's a big raker guy, and he wants to get better at single pin penning, single pin picking. And I told him about the 7240s, but what I should do is tell him about the 5540 because it's a good entry into picking these. And it's a good way to start working your single pin picking. I actually have a hard time single pinning these 5540s. They rake open like a dream. They zip open like a dream. I should actually probably sit down and just like single pin over and over and over with it. Just because it's like I'm way out of sorts with my picking. I don't do a whole lot of it lately because there's so many other fun things in the world going on. Black Smoke Joe, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Graduation is over at the university, so things should be calming down for old cheese grits. Should be. I do have a lot of people on vacation and a lot of people out. So, oh yeah, that's what I was going to do tonight. I got some art to show too. I forgot about that. I just kind of go live and my brain just shuts down. What were you going to do? Oh, yeah, that's right. So we got our two warm-up locks picked. I remember I said I was going to stop picking those, but they seem to be the only ones I can get into anymore. Tonight's not a sponsor drink of the night, Fresca. That almost looks scary. It's delicious though. And the colder it is, the better. We got some lock mail. Like I said before, I think it is from Mr. Labs, which I got to get crack-a-lack, and I owe people some things, and I got to get that stuff handled and out. Especially broke picks. I got some stuff from broke picks that I have to get out. It's not fair to keep people waiting, but like with everything that's been going on, it's just making me worse and worse and worse with getting everything out. So I do not know what this is. It feels like it's a challenge or a channel coin. Oh, oh, oh! Now that is something. I forgot about this. The Labs. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. I love Labs logo. Always have. But the relief in this is bananas. Thanks, Keeman. And then, of course, there's the king shit. This is freaking bonkers. Um, Labs, love you, buddy. This coin is. I gotta hit you up, find out where you got this, because the relief in this, the detail is out of this world. Thank you so much, Mr. Labs. I forgot that you had one of these. I forgot all about the king shit coin coming. Yeah, buddy, we're put him right there. I'm gonna find. Actually, I'll put him front and center. Snakes, brass coin, and we'll put that one down. There we go. Front and center. Cool. King shit. Labs, thank you. You're the man. I completely forgot about that. So, you guys know I'm into art. I dig art. I collect art. I collect a couple of artists. One of them is the amazing Mr. Stephen Leahy. The other one I don't talk about quite so much. Scott McKay, airbrush down and dirty tricks. And over the years, I've collected a few of his pieces. I know I've shown this one before. He's an amazing uh, custom painter. Does motorcycles, cars. Does a lot of these panels, and the panels are, I mean, they're only a couple hours of his time. He usually paints them live, so you can watch them get painted, and then um, you can make bids on them, and if you win the bid, he he sends them out to you. These are both from 2023, so I haven't like gotten much of his art since, but I did win one recently, and it just showed up, and it is an absolutely bonkers Grim Reaper playing a femur violin. Um, I love this painting. He is an amazing art. I wish my art was even remotely close to this, but yeah, it's a cool painting. This just showed up. I wanted to show that off. Again, airbrush down and dirty tricks. If you like custom paint, that's your dude. He's got kind of a cartoony. He doesn't do like the hyper realism that Steve Leahy does, but he absolutely blows out the water of what he does. So, um, yeah, it's a good thing. So that's what I wanted to show. I still got this damn challenge lock sitting here. I got to put it back together. Maybe I'll do that later tonight. Um, we're going to work on this titanium again. Yank that freaking pick. What's up, buddy? Long time no see. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. Good to have you here. I still have not gotten this open. I haven't raked it open. I haven't picked it open. This one's giving me a hard time. Yeah, buddy. What's up, brother? How you doing? All right. So what are we going to use to pick this time? Let's see if it tickles. Is it ticklish? I think the keyway is a little too wide open to be ticklish, but maybe it's ticklish. This lock is like, for being a lower security lock, it is not easy to pick. I mean, you moved to Northampton. The hell did you move? Why the hell did you move to Northampton? It's like 4 times more expensive than the yoke. For those of you that don't know Mr. Static Blanco, he is a very old friend of mine, as well as, well, I guess was kind of my neighbor. live down at the bottom of the mountain from me. All right. It is not responding to the tickling. We're gonna switch to a higher reach hook, I think, because this is just not filling the void. Hot dog in the hallway, so to speak. I used to love the city of Northampton. I am not necessarily a fan of Northampton in the last shit 15 years, maybe. It is decayed, in my opinion. Like, it used to be such a fun city, lots of musicians, lots of artists, lots of young people just being wild and crazy. And it feels like it's turned into, um, if you're not part of the city's demographic, you're on the outs. But it used to be an amazing food mecca, and well, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles started there. Oh, like, I mean, it was a cool city. Okay, so I feel like I've gotten some progress in this thing, but this is where I get hung up. Maybe that'll help. Jiggle test. The jiggle test, I'll tell you what, baby, I am definitely jiggly. That's why you don't see me wearing my cheese grit shirt. My man Teddy show too much. I put a little bit of weight on. Old Cheesy was slim and trim for a little while. Now he's getting chunky monkey. Good. Good for you, buddy. All right. There is. I, I'm wondering if this needs to be float pick because there is no counter rotation happening. There is no. I guess there is counter rotation, but like maybe I'm just hitting the wording wrong. Need to pick more up and down, maybe. And we're going to reset. It's funny, like some of these locks, especially some of these lower end locks, will make you feel like you do not know how to pick a lock at all. Um, they really shouldn't put up the fight that they do. I ran into that really bad with the Master number fives. Try that snake reach. The Master number five did that number on me too pretty badly. I had to just rake it open. I don't even know if I can rake this one open, and it really shouldn't be this difficult of a lock to pick. Nonetheless, that's why Mr. Lab sent it to me because clearly he was mad at it. And it has been causing me problems. Yeah, my boy Static there, they chopped his frickin' leg off. I keep telling him, like, get a wooden peg. One of them frickin' pirate pegs. So good. I'm glad they got you into place that is more. It's you also had some crazy nut jobs living next to you too. I thought, like I remember seeing something that you had posted. Some dude outside yelling. Some crazy white crackhead, maybe. You know, the kind of white guys you see riding around on like little pink Powerpuff bikes. Returning aluminum cans on pink bikes. Those guys. And yeah, right there, there's a pen that does not want to play. And I don't want to reef on it too hard because I feel like I'm going to break my pick if I do. I've broken one pick in my life, and it was entering somebody's challenge where you were supposed to single pin pick with a rake. And Freckle came in and said hi and broke my pick in the lock for me. I don't remember whose challenge that was, but it was a fun challenge. I haven't really done any challenges, I think, since that challenge. Um, those of you that are new to picking, some of those challenges are a lot of fun and they get you involved in the community in a way that, like they just launch you into the community by doing them. So I highly recommend if you are interested in picking, like try some of these challenges out. Uh, there's numerous channels that are hosting challenges right now. And then we also got the ULC, the Ultimate Lockpicking Championship, which was dreamchilded by Labs and brought to fruition by G. Keyman Labs and Texas Rebel. Um, they give me a little credit on it, but I really had nothing to do with it. I'm kind of like the cheerleading section for that, especially after watching some of these people like blast through these logs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Swampy being one of them. What's up, Swampy? How you doing, buddy? Lenny, how are you, bud? Good to see you guys. Maybe I'm just not pushing these pins high enough. I don't know. See, we got rotation there. One click at a time. Is that what they say? There's a click. There's a counter rotation. Holyoke Bush people, you ain't kidding, man. Trick or treating in August and shit. Yeah. I've like been a chef for so long that I missed out on all the holidays when my kid was little. And when I bought my house, I said I am going to put out candy and it's going to be great. And so I put out a bowl of candy, and the Holyoke Bush people came trick or treating, which was cool. The little kid walks up and he's looking at me, and I got Freckle, and Freckle's, never seen a trick or treater in her life. She's losing her mind, and I'm trying to control Freckle. And this kid's like, "Hey, that's a cool dog," and I'm like, "Yeah, cool." He goes, Meanwhile, he's grabbing handfuls of candy and just like out of the bowl and sticking it in his bag, and he's talking to me. And he's like, "That's a cool dog. Does it bite?" I go, "I'm not sure. She might bite. Yeah, it's possible." And he goes, "That's awesome." And he picks up the bowl. Mind you, he's probably 8 or 9 years old, dumps it into his sack, puts the bowl down, not on the table. It just kind of falls off and takes off like nothing ever happened. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? The dad is sitting in a car watching this whole thing go down. And the kid takes off and the car drives off slowly behind him. I was in pure disbelief, like no regard. Just take the whole bowl. This is the titanium in the vise. Yes. How you doing, Mr. Keybeard? Long time no see. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. Um, been a nasty season for me. It probably was your nephew. The king and his kid. Did you show him his cameo on the Cheese Grits channel? Get a hit put on my ass? All right. I just lost the front pin, so I'm overset there. Oh, there it came. Sometimes you get overset and then things drop into order as they should. Nerve Ferguson, what's up, buddy? I actually just wiped a booger on something the other day. I'm not going to tell you what. I'm going to leave that for whoever finds it. But it's not whether or not you pick your nose; it's what you do with the boogers when you get them. That's really what counts. Try to make them boogers worth something. Nothing like a wasted booger. Now, I'm not condoning doing bad shit with boogers, but yeah, a well placed booger can be worth its weight in gold for sure. All right. I do not know what's going on with this lock. It feels like mashed potatoes, and I'm able to get. I'm able to get the front pin set, pretty sure, but I'm not able to follow through. So those are super high. Maybe I'm just oversetting that backish pin. Let's try some bottom of the keyway on this. Now that dog loves. That dog probably still dreaming about that bugger. Which is funny. I got one dog that absolutely, literally, like, be your best friend for a booger, and then I got Freckle, and Freckle be scared of the booger. The dog is unbelievable. Like, I love it when she makes a cameo on the channel, but she's sleeping now, and I do not want to wake her up because she is. When I say that dog is a potato, that is an understatement. That dog is definitely a potato. Okay, come on. I feel like stuff's trying to go. Maybe now, since I'm using the bottom of the keyway, maybe now we can. Is it ticklish now? Oh, I just heard all sorts of pens drop. What software are we picking up? And what's it do? Generic code. I am not sure what that is. Please enlighten me. All right. So we got partial core rotation. We got a set front pin for sure. Pin number 2 and 3 are probably not set. They are higher left for sure. So let's. That was a little tickler. Let's use the big tickler. The tickler. I was bummed to see that Mr. Steve Leahy wasn't on last night. I missed a couple of his live feeds recently too. Elijah Smith, what's going on? Hello. Thanks for waving. Glad you're here. So for those of you that are not familiar with this particular lockpick, the Tekla, it is from Covert Instruments. It was designed by McNally, who probably would have had this lock open with the first insertion of the pick. And it serves its purpose. It has a lot, like the little diddler there comes in handy in a lot of situations. I was hoping it would come in handy on this lock, but I don't know if we're gonna make history with this or not. Nope. All right. Yeah, he's traveling Europe. Did he go for a convention, or I know Scott McKay, who I just showed my artwork from him, he was just in Germany doing a seminar. I think it was Germany. I could be completely wrong. It might be England, but I thought it was Germany. But he goes over and teaches airbrushing overseas, and I actually want to do some vector work with him. I need to learn how to do vector work better than I like. I don't know how to use digital art very well. I need to learn it better. I mean, he is an absolute master of it. So, again, like, I mean, it's with anything else. You can study on it and you can learn all you want about it, which is one thing I do is I read and I watch and I study and I learn as much as I humanly can about whatever subject it is that I'm trying to learn how to do. And sometimes I know more about it than I should. And I just can't do it because I never do it. Clearly picking this titanium is one of them situations. But like the vector art thing, like I guess if I just sat there and noodled my way around in it, I would figure it out. But I really don't. I don't have the time to do that. I mean, I guess I could make the time, but then I would lose time doing other things that I want to do. And I have, as you guys already know, numerous hobbies. So, okay. We lost on titanium long enough. I am going to move on to challenge lock from Lockpicker 1969 again. I have not been able to get into that successfully, so we're gonna work on that one. Be another one to get off the naughty list and back into the public circulation. I do not like the Euro cylinder situations. They are very difficult. ADHD. What's up, Nightmare? I am picking on whatever I have on my desk. I'm naughty bucking it, naughty bucketing it tonight. Trying to clear something out of there. Get something off the naughty list. I'm fairly certain I have too many locks I can't pick. Most of those locks I should have already had picked months ago, and I can't get it picked. And I can't make any progress. So like, yeah, when you hit a plateau, like that plateau is real. Granted, I started playing music and other things with my spare time instead of just picking locks. So that definitely has curbed my progress quite a bit. But I'm not gonna blame my lack of progression on that. It's just, is what it is. I probably still wouldn't have progressed if I was picking every day anyways. I mean, then again, I say that and like a lot of cases I said that, and all of a sudden I get a new belt or something. So I don't know. That was definitely progress. It would be nice to get this picked and out in the world again, though. I really, if you're a lock picker and you don't know who Lockpicker 1969 is, he does a podcast where he interviews lock pickers, and I've done it. I know most of the people that are in my chat watching the feed right now have done an interview with him. It is an absolutely uh, fun thing to do. The guy does an amazing job interviewing, preparing for the interviews. Like, yeah, it's just the whole process is really, really well done, and it's worth doing. You discover a little bit about yourself, and other people will discover a little bit about you, and yeah, it's worth doing. I recommend it. I had a blast doing my interview. I'd like to do another one. I should reach out to him and um, be like, I want to complain about not making any more progress. Yeah, I think most of the people that spend any time in this chat have probably done an interview with him. Like, I should probably go look up your interview. I'd love to see your interview, Keybeard. I remember I didn't know anything about him until Mick told me about him. Um, and Mountain Mick's interview with him was good. Yeah, he's a big protagonist. I believe that would be the word for challenge locks. Like he really, really enjoyed the challenge locks. I don't think he actively picks anymore, but I think yeah. I mean, he used to love making challenge locks, which this is one of his. I think this came from Keybeard. Keybeard, did this come from you? I think this came from you. I should be picking this thing upside down, but what do I know? I know how to not follow instructions. I know how to fail miserably, continuously going at it the same way. I think that's the definition of insanity is picking these locks. These funky Mad Bob shapes. Maybe one of these will help reach me to something. I love these picks, but I wish they had handles, and they don't 3D print. So if they had handles, they would probably be my go-tos. Just because they got so many unique shapes in this kit. And these like popsicle stick handles are like I little meaty paw everything when I pick, so I can feel it flexing under my fingers and it throws me off. So that handles I like them probably more. Yeah, Bible up and they swell. Yeah, exactly. The first Euro I picked was a Yale, I think it was an MK1 or something like that. 1 star. Um, I picked that Bible down and it was a struggle to get it, but I did get it. That was a fun pick. Pretty sure that lock was sent to me by Spicy, and I think I sent it out to somebody else. Maybe Texas Rebel. There's a new Ultimate Lockpicking Championship coming out fairly soon. I'm not sure who's in it. But I maybe I'll sign up for one of them one of these months. Like maybe this summer, I'll actually have downtime at some point. But I like the way that they've organized it. Like it's a cool event. The whole concept behind it was a cool event. So I literally standing ovation to Mr. Labs for brainchild in that thing. Again, if you didn't see the opening, Labs sent me one of these gnarly brass king shit coins. Like it's gnarly enough. I want to put it in my pocket and just like have it in there for a good luck charm. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool coin. Okay, something just set or felt like it's set. Oh, nope. Just lost all my progress. All right. Fresca time. Lenny, thanks for popping in. Send me them fretless 5-string pitchers. There's a link for the guy. Lockpicker 69. I don't know Keybeard, but like that's the relief in this thing is absolutely bananas. And of course it's king shit. Like I love that. Love that logo. I got new base day tomorrow. Like I got a beautiful base showing up tomorrow. I can't wait to get it. I'm actually going to go into work a little bit late so I can be here when it arrives. Because I don't really want it sitting on my front step waiting for me to get home from work. There is something just set like that. That was a good move right there. Although that could be the kiss of death as well. Excuse me. All right. We need to be picking off of this bottom boarding, not around it. I probably should get a shallower pick for this. I just hand fist my way through it. Let's grab one of these Greyhound picks. Maybe we can catch a break with one of these guys. I believe these Greyhound picks come through Southern Specialties pick manufacturer. They are very well made and they're nice and sturdy, so when I manhandle the hell out of them, they don't flex and bend. Come on. Is Kodiak the one that did Labs' coins? Lord Kodiak? All I know is this coin is like the detail in it is bananas. I should, yeah, there's a lot of things I should do. But I should reach out to Kodiak and see if he's doing coins. I need coins, man. I don't have any. I've got like all these wonderful coins that people have sent me, and I do not have any coins. I need to get more stickers because I'm almost out of them too. Raking Raccoon, what's going on, brother? Long time no see. Delbert in the house. And we are not feeling anything. All the way in the back, maybe? Yeah, maybe. There was some counter rotation, but is that a good thing? I didn't try to tickle it. Let's see if we can get it. The one thing I like about the tickler is this reach. This reach is nice when you have some weird warding situations. Like the reach on these, there we go, is nice. Well, I'm glad you're back. Life has kind of done it had its way with me too. Like the last 3 weeks have been stupid. Like I mean, I really can't complain. Life is good. I really have no complaints about life. But it has definitely been a weird 3 weeks. There, we counter rotation there. Something felt like it's set. I do not have a false set that I can. Yeah, I guess there's a little bit of a false set. There was some sort of rotation here. Yeah, there's definitely rotation. Things have loosened up. I've been to this place in many, many locks, and it sometimes is the end of it. which is fine. It's always a learning experience, and I don't mind continuously learning. But the thing that kills me is when I don't learn and I keep failing on the same thing over and over. And it could be because even though I feel like I'm doing something different, maybe I'm not. I'm sorry about that, raccoon. Yeah, when you lose, especially if you have like, sometimes you just have special bonds with people in your life. And when those bonds end, yeah, that's rough. I mean, it's rough losing anybody, but all right. So I am definitely in this partial full set here. I feel this thing rotating like little tiny amounts as I reach this pick back there, but something is hanging up. And like knowing how challenge locks are made, it's probably some kind of ridiculous channel with some kind of ridiculous spool. Which sometimes that stuff's like not a problem. Like you can literally bypass those channels sometimes. Like when I made the Archibald Kenobi's New Hope for labs there, I'm not sure where that has made it to. There is a chance that you will not hit the false set. Um, and if you don't, the lock picks like a dream. If you hit that false set, um, it's a rough pick. It will turn more than 90 degrees and not open. And my grandpa was a big fisherman too. Unfortunately, my father was not, so I did not um, do a lot of outdoorsy stuff. But like, that's like good bonding stuff right there. Something has counter rotated, but I don't know if I overset it or not. Odds are, knowing me, probably. That was a good click. Hmm. It's partially rotated enough that I can let go of it. That might just be the false set of death, though. I don't feel anything in the bottom. Yeah, Keeman does a good job throwing up them fancy font messages, and thank you for that. I, I need to get busier with videos. I love making these videos, but I haven't done like a actual edited and like actual like video in a long time. I need to make a few more of those. Again, that might be something worth doing this summer for me. Maybe I'll make make a video doing something in Vegas, and because I am definitely I can't spend 4 days just gambling, um, gambling and drinking. So I might have to do something to chew up some time so that I don't win all the casino's money, because then they won't want me to come back, because I am absolutely going to smash them. That is for sure. They are in trouble. Last year, at one point, I had taken almost $9,000 of their money. I ended up coming home with almost 5,000 of their money, but I beat on them, and like over the course of 4 days, like there's a lot of exchanging back and forth of money with that kind of when you come home with that kind of a win. I was gonna go see Chris Angel. It was July 4th weekend last year, and they wanted almost $500. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" I mean, I probably could have gotten him comped somehow, but maybe not, because he doesn't belong to the MGM. But um, yeah, I was not feeling that kind of price. Speaking of magicians, if you guys don't know and you are into magicians, David Copperfield is retired. His last show was a couple weeks ago, and I did go see him a couple years ago in Vegas. I've seen him twice. Once here in Massachusetts, and it was like my first time seeing a magician, like a big magician. It was mind blowing. Then we went to his Vegas show. That was so good. Um, Granted, he was quite old, and his his pitter and his patter was a little bit rushed, and you could tell he wasn't, 100% anymore. But he magic wise, like wow, illusion wise, the guy is unstoppable. Come on. But when I went to see him in Vegas, he had actually like made announcements that he was going to steal the moon. He was going to pull a Gru, and that has never happened that I am aware of. He did not make the moon disappear, as far as I know. So maybe he's going to work on that again. I mean, I remember when the guy made the Statue of Liberty disappear. I remember when he went back into the Bermuda Triangle and pulled a flaming ship out of the Bermuda Triangle. Like, I was like, kid, like, holy moly. If you guys aren't familiar with the legendary David Copperfield, I remember watching him walk through the Great Wall of China on live TV too. Yeah, that was something. I mean, nowadays, like you can go and see how he did it, and like but it's still Like we got into like doing magic for a long time when I was a bartender. My brother was into it, so like we would back and forth with stuff. So I mean, I researched how a lot of this stuff was done, and it's still mind-blowing. To know how it's done and not be able to see it, crazy. Crazy. Dean P. Yeah, buddy. How are you, my man? It's probably this front two that are giving me a hard time. I don't even know. I don't even want to pretend like I know what I'm talking about. Because I don't feel where I'm hung up. I want to look at the key, but that's kind of cheating. Let's go back to the tickler. This damn warding. If you haven't picked one of these crazy Euro Yales, they like this knob here is not user friendly by any means of the definition. Okay, hands are tingling. Let's get some blood back in them. The Magic Uncle is cool. It's fun. Like, there's really not that many techniques in Magic that aren't public. I mean, there's a few, um, and a lot of them kind of stem all off of the same basic techniques. So you can like take a technique and like make it your own. Um, there's a content a magic consultant by the name of Daniel Garcia, who is, I haven't seen anything from him in years, but he's one of my favorite magic guys of all time. And I had bought one of his tricks known as Chaos. It was a card through a window, which was awesome. And I bought another one from him called Fraud, which until they changed the American current, like paper currency, that was a fun trick to do, but it's not so easy anymore because everybody's got newer bills. And you gotta use kind of an older. You want to use a new older bill, which is not easy to do. And it's easier to do with like a $1 bill, but then again, everybody when you do it with a $1 bill, everybody pulls out a 20, and they're like, "Do it with a 20." Now you're starting to get into money, and it's not. I mean, you deface the money, but it's still money. You can take it to a bank and get your money back, but um, I mean, now you're defacing somebody's larger bill. I mean, you can do it all the way up to $100 bill, but it is a cool trick, and it was a lot of fun to do. But it's not so easily doable anymore. Mr. Lockpicker 1969, I have made some rotation in your lock, but this thing's starting to get rough. Stay hydrated. Thanks, Coon. I appreciate that. Staying hydrated is key. I can't even tell you as a chef how many times I ended up in ER because of dehydration. Actually, I could tell you 4. And it is very painful. The cramping that happens when you sweat out all your minerals is unforgettable. And like you can feel it coming on after the first time it happens. And it's just terrifying because you can't put them back in fast enough. It has to be IV'd, and that sucks. And come on. We have made progress, but I'm afraid I made progress in the wrong manner. We might have to try picking this counterclockwise, or even just maybe just turning this thing upside down. He might have a gravity trap in here. I don't even know how those work. I know you need to pick them upside down. What is this called? Number 12. All right. It doesn't have a name that gives hints. Sometimes there's hints like somebody sent me one called Righty Tighty. Or was it Lefty Lucy? Which was a very formidable pick. But in the name is kind of the answer to getting it open. Big click, solid click, which I, again, been here a million times. I keep going back and forth getting clicks, but not getting it open. You hear my arm doing the friction fart on the table. All right, where is... There it is. See if I can feel more with my diamond. I love these half diamonds because I can ham fist them and feel things that I can't necessarily feel with other picks. All right. We are not getting this open is what it looks like. Oh, you're killing me here. All right. We don't want to turn it back. Let's turn it over. I think maybe I lost it. Oh, we're about to find out. I love these 3D printed chuck vices. I imagine they're all the same. But this one made by Delta 44, 44 Delta 44. Very well made. Nice and smooth. We might have to throw the towel in on this for the night and move on to the next one. Because, oh, it's funny, you can tell people have been picking it because there's some wearing away of the metal cylinder there. Yeah, these Euros screw me up. I think it's funny that like they're all upside down, and then here in the States we all try to pick them the wrong way. Yeah, we're giving up on this. Yeah, big, probably 3 or 4 millimeters of rotation. That's right. Next time. Keybeard, you got this picked open, right? Pretty sure you got this one picked open. I should really get back to picking these on a more regular basis as well. All right. I still got to find my damn Allen wrench for my multi-pick. The the hex key is so small for that. Yeah, I need to find that. I remember I did something with it, and I went, let's make sure we don't lose this. Let's do something with it. And now I have no idea what I did with it. Yeah, it's a well-made lock for sure. There we go. Let's try that tension. I say this every time I pick this. I do not like these batwing style tensioners. There was a moment where I thought I was starting to like them. I don't like them. They hang up in these little points of the lock. Like that hangs up in there. Let's try it this way. Maybe that'll make a difference. Maybe I'm just using them wrong is the problem. And there was a tip that Broke Picks gave me on picking these, which I'm really not able to do. I've never successfully been able to tension it that way, but you can tension it across, and it's such a nice feeling of tension, but I've never gotten actually a lock open using that method. Come on. Sorry, I'm holding my breath to hopefully get this lock picked, but I'm gonna reset. Let the hand uncramp. Spicy just released a dots lock. I think it's a challenge lock. Just seen it go across my screen. And getting a lot of counter rotation, but we are not getting progress. It's funny, I was talking to my mom the other day, and she was harshing on the lock picking. She said, "Why don't you feature some of your art?" I said, "Because it's a lock picking channel, Mom." I do a little art on it, but I actually haven't done any art on this channel in a while. We got a couple of projects that are in the chamber. I just haven't done anything with them because my schedule's been so wonky. I do have some thoughts of doing some stuff. Have some intentions on getting it done. You know, my mom's awesome as hell. I love my mom. She yeah. My ma accepts me. That's all I can say. Um, because if you know cheese grits in life, like you'll know that. Oh, there we go. It was over a little overset. You'll know that cheese grits can be weird and explosively uh, animated, which I'm more reserved on this camera than I am in real life. Uh, but if like I want to do something, there's no stopping me from doing it. Like I mean, you guys watch that happen as I fail over and over and over and over on this stuff. Um, Clearly, I am willing to do that. Uh, but she is always, you go get it, killer. She's always just laughs at me. Have fun with that shit. Thanks, Mom. Appreciate it. I should probably clarify. My mom and I, um, there we go. My ma she is my stepmom, but she has been my mom my whole life. So, um, yeah, it's my mom. Love that lady. All right, so we got that one open. That's a fun one to open. I think we're gonna try. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. We got a gold D18. No, D9. This is a D9. I got a D18. I can't open the D9, so why the hell would I try the D18? We are gonna try this D9. At least for a little bit. See if we can get into it. I think I need, yeah, I say this every time that I come back to this log. I think I need to build a tensioner. And honestly, I think I need to do it out of an Allen wrench. A little smaller one than that. Sometimes you got to build your own tools. And I say that, and I've never built a tool. So I think I may have to just build a tensioner out of, yeah, that would give me a good platform to pick off of. Could just crush it down a little bit. I use these T-handled Allen wrenches for a lot of things, so it won't be doing it out of that, but the 2 millimeter or 2.5 millimeter tension wrench would be ideal. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't think my mom had any hobbies, but she's a hell of a cook. My real mom was a terrible cook, but my stepmom, wonderful cook. Yeah, I think I need a 2 millimeter. Like, there's a lot of slop in this. And everybody I've seen open these likes to fill it with multiple tension wrenches so that it fills the cavity up. I mean, that's could be just the way they do it. I don't know. Oh, we just had a whole bunch of shit shoot back into place. I don't think I've ever heard that many pins recoil in this log. So maybe I was getting somewhere. Sometimes it's hard to tell on these unique locks. Like, I've never picked a high pin count lock. I've picked at them, but I've never successfully picked one open. So I don't really know what I'm looking for in terms of feel. And people people tell me what I'm looking for, but if you don't experience it yourself, it's kind of hard to follow that. Yeah, Z-bar, yeah, buddy. I love these cheap Chinesium Z-bars. They're awesome tensioners. I wish I had a bigger, like more of them, more options, but I only got a couple sizes. And this is the largest one I got. I'm waiting for Mr. Leahy to get back. I know he's done painting the lock, and I'm super excited to start this giveaway. But I understand, like, needs to be cleared. Like I know how much damage the Archibald Kenobi lock took, like just from pulling off one of the rings, the C clamp. So I definitely want it cleared. Like if it takes a year to clear it, that's fine. Whoever wins it will be happy that it's cleared. I also don't recommend picking it with the core in, just to protect it more because the amount of work he put into it is incredible. Okay, let's try it this way. Actually feels a little bit better to me. Yeah, I find when I put more than one tensioner in this thing, like the sensation in my fingers that are tensioning is terrible. I do not like what I feel. So I need one tensioner that's bigger. That's what I need. And I don't know how much tension I'm supposed to use. It's funny, I've watched numerous videos of people pick these things open and like, ta-da! Where the hell? Like, what are you feeling in here? I feel like stuff click that I've never felt click before, and then I'm like, are we gonna get it? And then nothing, I mean nothing happens. That might be why, because I'm not all the way in. That might be why. Maybe I, all this time, have not been far enough in the lock. Yeah, unless I pick it for a belt, I will not be, yeah, I will not be gutting this. I am absolutely professional at zinging springs. Did that with a bilock, very expensive bilock, and had to order more springs. And like parts for bilocks or not. That's what we should be picking on. Freaking bilocks. I got enough of them. Love the lock. Would love to get one open. Boonk, 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 boonk. And nothing. Okay, come on. If I was a thief, like, not only would I be broke, I would have starved to death by now. I probably would have gotten arrested. And yeah, there is no thieving happening. Thanks for keeping shit real, Keyman. Yeah, I definitely need a wider tension wrench because now I'm stuck in the side of it. Hmm. Everybody says pick the sides first. I feel like I got the sides picked, but we can't seem to get her open. Yeah, I'd be fine. Go on, coppers. Mace me. I will tell you, I got squirrely once in the cop shop. That's not the time to get squirrely. Yeah, that is so not the time. Many years ago when Cheese Grits was a knucklehead. Yeah, do not get squirrely in the booking room because they win every time. That was 100% guarantee. That I can promise you. That might be the problem. If I put something of value on the other end of this lock, maybe I'd get into it. And again, maybe I would not. Most likely would not. But yeah, good advice for you guys who are still out there and actively wild and crazy. Once you have made it to the cop shop, that is not the time to try and do the P measure. Yeah, they always win there. Not only that, but they get it on camera too. Um, every time. Well, didn't they steal some shit out of the Louvre? Was it the Louvre? No. What theater or museum did they just climb in the window and take some nonsense? It's like, you kidding me? The museum. How in the hell? Yeah, I am just probably needing to go buy a 2 and a 2.5 millimeter Allen wrench and start bending. I did that with somebody's keys on their keyboard one time. I learned that nonsense from my brother, and I took that to work. I had a storekeeper who was giving me a hard time, so I switched all the keys around on his keyboard. And I know for a fact that shit stumped him because it didn't take long for a brand new keyboard to be delivered from IT. I just wish I was in the room while I was trying to single finger poke his passwords in, because he doesn't know how to type. Okay, enough of you, Locke. You're stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:30. It is no longer Tuesday night. It is now Wednesday morning. We're going to take another run at the warm-up locks just so I got opens. Starting to be the theme. How many times can Cheese Grits pick that lock? I appreciate you all hanging out. You come every week, and I appreciate that. It makes my life a better place. Gives me something to do on Tuesday nights when I started doing this on Tuesday nights, I literally had nothing to do on Tuesday nights. I was bored as hell. And I was sitting here just picking locks anyways. I feel like I was a much better lock picker those days when I started this, because I was actually actively picking all the time. But it's one of those skills, like it comes back. It comes back. It atrophies quickly, but it comes back quickly too. There we go. Who's Rabbi? What's up, buddy? Hello, hello. You still in the lovely country of China? I can't wait to go back. Oh yeah, the hot potato. That's right. How is that hot potato going? Well, welcome back home. Yeah, how many people have been hot potatoed? Yeah, I love these 5540s. I love these 7240s. I do not like these titaniums. Excuse me. The 8050s, 80 Ti's. I can't imagine. I don't understand what is giving me such a hard time in this lock. It should not be. It should not be that difficult to get into that lock. As I pick in this direction, I think of Skip and his like unorthodox like scoop pick that he does. The guy picks everything open. Stickers. Yeah, I need to do my project with the stickers so that I can finish stickering. Like, I got my stickers on my box, right? But I need to do my project first, and then I can put the rest of the stickers on the box. We need to give some projects out to people too, because that's why they were sent in the first place, was to be part of that project. So I need to do that too one of these days. There is some bouncing going on in there. I know I was waiting for maybe some last minute stragglers, but I have more than enough stickers to get the project done at this point, or at least one of them. All right, come on, Grits. It's not that hard of a lock to open, so get it open, dude. This is one that I don't know if they're guttable, but if they are guttable, I am definitely gutting this lock to see what is in it once I get it open. Because it's not a high security lock. It should not be this notoriously funky. Maybe it's just this one lock that maybe it's just grits. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it. Thank you all so much for stopping in and hanging out. As always, it's a pleasure. Um, we're going to have to change some things up moving into the near future because the changing of the seasons and the changing of the guards and graduation has happened. So I'm not like buried in work, although I still am buried in work. But we will definitely, I mean, I head for Vegas in about 40 days, 30, 38 days or something like that. So, um, when do I fly out? June 28th, the day before my birthday. Um, we fly out there. So I will do something from there. But in the meantime, we got to do some other things here. So, as always, thank you for coming. I appreciate y'all being here. Yeah, buddy.